Bienvenidos a todos. Welcome, everyone. It is I, Mike V. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025. You are listening to and watching the Monday Mic Drop, episode number, which one was this? 35, right? Yes, 36. Excuse me, 36. Yeah, episode number 36. It's been a long week, but as you can see, this is if you haven't watched the previous two streams, you may have noticed different background. Yes, I am streaming live from Costa Rica. I will be here for the next 3 months. So I'll be doing all my YouTube stuff from here over the course of the rest of spring and into the beginning of summer. Though, of course, here it feels like summer already. All right. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes and then we'll get started for folks to join in. But as always, be sure to post your questions you want me to answer in the chat. Anything you have on poker, video poker, other casino games, other similar topics. Got a question to ask me, please put in the chat. And also be sure to hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. I definitely appreciate that. But all right. Got quite a bit of news to discuss. Right, okay, so I got quite a bit of news. All right, so let's go ahead and get started now with, let's bring this up here. All right, so here's the live stream page on my YouTube channel. Last night, or yesterday afternoon rather, I went live for 3.5 hours playing a multi-table tournament over on PokerStars. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can go ahead and see the replay, and you can see how I did. So that is just a little reminder there if you haven't seen it yet. Other PokerStars related news. Well, it just so happens today that they have released the full schedule from the PokerStars blog. $60 million guaranteed prize pools revealed. So the iconic Spring Championship of Online Poker, or SCOOP, 2025 is just around the corner, running from Sunday, May 11th to Monday, June 2nd. An incredible $60 million is guaranteed in prizes across three weeks of action, and now the full schedule has been revealed. So for those of you who happen to be in a jurisdiction where you can play, you can find all of the SCOOP events in the tourney tab. I would guess sometime shortly that PokerStars will have a dedicated SCOOP tab to dedicated SCOOP lobby for only those tournaments instead of being in the general tourney lobby. But we'll see. But that's where I was able to find it thus far. So I went ahead and started bookmarking the games I'm interested in. There are a lot. Plenty of them, at least one per day in the $5.50 range. So yeah, players from around the world will compete across 130 events, 380 tournaments in total, and every single champion will receive a coveted SCOOP trophy, not to mention the lion's share of some enormous prize pools. Low, medium, and high buy-ins, so any type of bankroll will be able to play. Those are the main events right there. And then here's the full schedule. You can actually search through it right here. The PokerStars blog is on PokerStars.com, so if you're from the US, you won't be able to visit the website because you'll be redirected unless you use a VPN. And Joe is first to join in the chat. Hey, Mike, just waking up. Yeah, so just a reminder: we're trying out this starting time for the Monday mic drop. It's 1 hour later than we usually do. So I just want to make sure, hopefully, get more people joining in. So far, it's been quiet still, but maybe that'll pick up as we move on. We're going to find out. All right, so let's take a look at some other news. So some online poker news for those of you stateside. If you live in Pennsylvania, especially, this was announced last week. Pennsylvania officially joins the Multi-State Internet Gaming Agreement, MSIGA, and then to add to that, another article. I'm switching to this one here. BetMGM and WSOP successfully connect Pennsylvania to the Multi-State Poker Network. So now players in Pennsylvania can play against other players in Michigan and New Jersey, and in the case of WSOP, Nevada as well, creating the first 4-state network. It's a slow process of trying to get bigger player bases for online poker in the U.S. for legal online poker in the U.S. So let's read a little bit of the article. So today is a landmark day for Pennsylvania online poker players, as the state is finally no longer isolated after years of anticipation. So this morning, BetMGM, alongside its sister site Borgata Poker and the WSOP Online Network, successfully connected their Pennsylvania player base with their existing shared liquidity network, creating a 3-state network for BetMGM and a 4-state network for WSOP. So, yep. And this is just in time also for the online World Series of Poker events coming this summer. Now, the big question is, when is PokerStars going to merge their pool? Because they haven't done so yet, as you can see at the very bottom here. First operator to launch in Pennsylvania has yet to join the compact. So we'll see. We might have something breaking in the next week or so. But so that's the news coming out of your country. Let's go ahead now and let's move on to video poker. I did see, obviously, Joe, you saw Proud Monkey discuss this over on the Gamble Smart Discord, but we'll go ahead and mention it here. The changes in the video poker offering over at Four Queens in downtown Las Vegas. So right now, from what I understood from the conversation, was that a lot of the full pay machines were down. So right now it seems like they're still listed on VP Free 2, but if you go to the comments, you would have noticed that one major change. So there are 2 notes from this month, April 2025. It says it has been reported that the 4 machines with $1 10-7 double bonus have been downgraded to 9.6, and it was made official 3 days ago. Missing in action, $1 10-7 double bonus, besides the cashier towards the restroom. So that is unfortunate for those of you who play downtown and like to play full pay, especially 10-7 double bonus. VP Free 2 still lists the quarter machines as available. Now, whether or not that'll change, we'll see. And there are still some 9.6 jacks or better machines as well. So if, Joe, you have anything you want to add to that, feel free to post. And I guess we can add some local news from here in Costa Rica. This is something interesting. This is from last week. From the Tico Times, Costa Rica's leading English language newspaper, or ticotimes.net. Costa Rica declares red alert for Poas volcano amid increased eruptions. The reason why I want to bring this article up, this is from last week. I'm pretty sure I witnessed an eruption from Poas from the plane while on approach to landing in Costa Rica. during my second flight. So, unfortunately, it was a bit too quick. I wasn't able to get a picture of it, but I did see plumes go coming up from above a particular mountain, and I believe that was in the direction of this particular volcano. So, I actually got to see an eruption as it was as we were banking right on on approach to the runway. which was unreal. But luckily, it didn't cause any airport interruptions because obviously, I mean, these are like continuous eruptions. It had serious effects to the neighboring towns. 4,000 meters in height. That is a lot for ash. But luckily, it did not cause any airport disruptions at the time of my arrival. And where I'm located, I'm pretty sure I'm far enough that it won't affect me if there's any continuous activity. All right, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, actually, no, I forgot to add a couple more things before setting up, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let me go ahead and close my existing tabs. This was shared on, I might as well bring it up. Yeah. This was shared on the what was it, the Discord server, the Club Mikey Discord server. This was a hand from one of the games that I played. This is from, I believe, the Big 440. So I got Queen 4 offsuit in the big blind. The button raises, min raise to 160. And I defend my big blind, of course, by calling the extra 80. Pretty standard. Queen 4, obviously, really speculative hand, but you can... But against a 2x raise from the button, you can call wide in the big blind almost every hand in this spot. And even if you miss, you can miss like 3 times and still be and win the 4th time and still be in profit. So flop is Jack 4 deuce, a couple of diamonds, check to the razor. Razor makes a standard continuation bet. And I decided to get a little bit fancy here with a check raise with the 4. Thinking that this player doesn't have much of a hand to based on what I think his range is from the button. So the idea was made to like take it down right away, and in case I still have a pair of 4s to improve upon. The button calls 6 of hearts on the turn. We ended up going check, so we slowed down there. River's a king. Now, this part was a bit questionable. Shout out to Matt for giving his commentary over on Discord. So I went ahead and bet 551 here. Now that I think about it, it was probably not a really good bluffing opportunity there because, the king will most likely be something I'm less likely to have. So nobody will believe me that I would have a king. And certainly various straights would be possible, but so let me see what happens. So this bet would actually make sense if I believed my 4 was the best hand. And kind of ironic that he calls and he ended up calling with a 4 as well, with a worse kicker, and I ended up winning this one. So that was the funny thing about this. It's like the real-time action here on this hand was that when I saw the call, it's like, between the moment that he made the call and before the cards were shown, I was like, dang it, I lost. And then it came to a surprise that I ended up winning it, where his cards were mucked. Obviously, they're being shown here because you can have them shown. And so, yeah, genius or stupid. I guess you make the call, I guess. But it was up until the river. It was a pretty good read on my part that the check raise was definitely in a good spot. So there's some things to learn there. Joe asked a good question. All right, let me go ahead and pull it up. Being a poker novice, still gonna ask. You went in heavy with Ace King. You believe that is a strong hand with a full table? Okay, so Ace King is every poker book that I have read and every article that I've read online and every video that I've seen, and also from experience as well. Ace King is the best non-pair hand. If you don't have a pair, Ace King are the two highest cards. Ace King is classified by most as a premium hand, along with pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens, and Ace King is usually lumped in there. Um, and in a heads up, whenever you're in a hand, say with you raise it pre-flop and one person calls and everyone else folds Ace King. If you're up against pocket queens or less, it's pretty much a coin toss. So Ace King is still fairly strong and can improve against a pair less than aces and kings, of course. Obviously, if you're up against aces or kings, and pay a pocket aces or kings, that's going to be horrible. But Ace King is a premium hand. It obviously beats other ace type hands, of course, that would play like Ace Queen, Ace Jack, King Queen. Obviously, you have that dominated, and then when you flop a top pair, so if it comes like Ace 10 7 or King Jack 5, for example, on the flop, you've got top pair with the top kicker. So it makes higher pair. It makes the top pair, and you have the higher kicker, which can win against other hands with other top pairs with lower kickers, of course. And Robin's here, watching and listening behind the scenes. Yeah. So carefree to add on to your question if you want any further clarification. It's just a simple answer there. It's a premium hand. Obviously, I could go into more detail. I'm trying to articulate it off at the top of my head, of course. But especially when you're short stacked, of course. Like I think during the tournament last week, and you saw it too. If you were watching, a lot of people were all in with Ace King. Ace King was in every all in. It seemed like a lot of them, and sometimes they win, sometimes they outflop the like the pocket nines or whatever was Ace King against the medium pair, or they miss completely and the other player's hand held. So it's just Ace King beats any other non-pair hand. So it's because of that it is considered a premium hand. Yeah, Robin. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Robin, that was definitely a good game. I'm glad you enjoyed watching it. Okay, so unfortunately, I didn't get it. I wasn't able to get any other hands to showcase to put on the replayer here to showcase for the stream. I mean, obviously, the quad jacks was a big one. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it, I don't know if I want to spoil it. Please go ahead and watch that. Obviously, it's a long stream. But yeah, that really kick-started the tournament for me. Early on, flopping quads and getting 3 streets of bets from my opponent. Interestingly enough, by the turn, it wasn't even the nuts. It wasn't even the best hand because the board had Queen Jack 10 of hearts, which meant somebody could have had Ace King of hearts and made a royal flush, or even 9 8 of hearts for the straight flush. But that's really unlikely, and my opponent, of course, had a much more likely Ace King uh, offsuit. And keep in mind, this player four betted me. I think 3 betted or 4 betted me. It was a large one too. I could have just gone all in right away, but I decided to see the flop first. And yeah. So I knew he had a premium hand for sure. Ace King, obviously, he made the straight, but wasn't enough for my 4 jacks. Wasn't enough to beat that. And then playing that tournament, I realized, wow, that you need to have bounties. If you don't get bounties and you just play super tight in a knockout tournament, you get scrap. You get the scraps. You get peanuts. The minimum cash, if you were to like fold your way as a short stack into the money, you get like less than the buy-in for like the 2 lowest cash amounts. And then you need to get to like the 3rd or the 4th rung in the ladder to just break even. So you have to have some KOs in order to be profitable in a progressive knockout tournament. And of course, the prizes are really top heavy. So you notice I finished in 128th place out of over 5,000 entries, which is huge. Don't get me wrong, but that's enough to 5 times my buy-in, and I only bought in once, no rebuys, which is good. However, the prize pool gets substantially higher the more you last, and especially the more knockouts you get as well, because the bounties get higher over the course of the tournament. And first and second place would get over $600 in that tournament. I mean, imagine that difference there, and just for $2 too. Okay, so let's. We're at 23 minutes into the stream. I'm ready to answer your questions. Got my water here, which because of the humidity, it's already like, I don't think you can see. Yeah, condensation. It's already dripping. Got to be careful here. And luckily, it's only water. It's already dark. I can hear the crickets outside. I can hear the occasional gecko chirping. I got to see if I can grab a picture or a video of scarlet macaws in flight. But you got to be at the right angle, right time as they fly by, because those are probably the most exotic birds we have in the immediate neighborhood. Obviously, if you go on a national park tour, if you go to like Manuel Antonio, you can obviously see some exotic animals there. Of course, you can see your toucans, you can see sloths, of course, but right here in town, scarlet macaws, which is a species of parrots. We hear them I pretty much hear them every day, usually in the morning as they fly by. Usually as a pair at the very minimum, it's so cool. Okay. What else can I talk about? Okay, so at the very beginning of the stream, I mentioned the scoop. I mentioned the article about the scoop events being announced. Obviously, just before going live, I did load up the lobby, just check for myself and bookmark the games I'd be interested in. Event 2L, $5.50 buy-in at the Scoop Kickoff, as it's called. It starts at 6:05 in the morning local time. My goodness, it's one of the first tournaments. But there is like a few hours of late registration, and the blinds it's pretty deep stack. I'm most likely going to lay register at least a half hour in, and possibly later. We'll see how I decide on that. A lot of the turbos, either the progressive knockout or normal style tournament turbos, seem to be held in the afternoon, kind of like the one that I played yesterday. So that might be convenient for streaming to you guys. All right. Any questions? Or you can request a game for me to play. It could be video poker on videopoker.com. Or maybe I'll hop into a sit and go or some sort of game on PokerStars. But keep in mind, I don't know how many people internationally are watching my stream, and obviously not many. So I could take the risk with no stream delay of just sitting at a game and playing. But we got about a half hour before I need to wrap things up. And of course, we've got our club tournament for those of you in the Poker League, in our PokerStars home game. We have our tournament coming up right after. So that'll be, for me, that'll be 7:15 local time. So 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific. And I forgot to mention, I did create a cash game table for those of you who want to sit down and play that. Guess while we're waiting for some questions, I'll go ahead and load up PokerStars. I'm gonna have to open it up anyway once we're done with the stream. And as additional proof, I guess I could show you why that I'm in Costa Rica is because when you log in, all three tabs show up: poker, casino, and sports. Yep, PokerStars. You can play slots, you can play table games, and you can bet on a match. Oh, I've got the chat disabled. Let me go to this one here. This one here. There we go. Had the wrong window open. So, yeah, these tabs are disabled when you log in from the US on the .com client. I believe on .net you have a different casino tab where you have some free to play slots, if I recall. You may check out the cash game after you kick some booty tonight. Okay. Right. And hey, Tracy. Spin poker. So you want to see some video poker? We can do some spin poker. Yeah, of course, spin poker. Spin poker is on videopoker.com. It is a common video poker variant. I'm assuming that's what you are asking for. We'll get to that shortly. You know what? I have a Power Path ticket here on PokerStars. Maybe I'll. Well, let's see. Do I have time? I think it's. It doesn't take that long. Maybe I'll play it here for you guys. Let's go ahead and load up videopoker.com first. How about that? Oh, wait, I can actually load spin poker in pro mode, right? Yes, I can. Let me do it there. Let's do jacks are better. And let's just select these denominations at random. Okay. All right, let me see how it looks here for you guys. See, I may need to expand this. Yep. And let's turn off dynamic replay. Okay. Let's see, we got $100 in there of virtual dollars. Oh, it's not. There we go. Oh yeah, Tracy. Yeah, I know what it is. Slot machine and video poker put together. That is this game right here. So let's go ahead and play a few rounds. Let's see, gut shot. We don't hold that. We got nothing else, so we'll just draw all. Yep, that's the best play. And that is it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wow. Flush draw. And no diamond. All right. Tracy wants to see the help screen. So hitting C pays help brings the pay table. And then if you hit the red help button, it brings this. All right, I'll cycle through this. So press deal spin or max bet to start the game. Hold any or all the 5 face-up cards. And then draw spin replacements. And so replacement cards are dealt from a 52-card deck, so a single deck, excluding the 5 initially dealt cards, of course. And yeah, this and the rest of this is self-explanatory. Jack. Two pair. That's not true, Tracy. As I showed you in the help screen, all the replacements are dealt from a single 52-card deck. Let me go ahead and showcase a hand. So, wow, 3 aces. All right, so whenever you hold a card, it gets duplicated onto the top and the bottom. And then the remaining 47 cards. So the king of hearts and the deuce of spades will not appear at all in the draw. They'll be discarded, and then one, two, three, four, five, 6 cards will be dealt from a single 52 card deck to replace each of these squares. So that's how it's determined. So we hit draw. Picked up a full house over here. And yeah, so each of the replacement cards are from a single deck. You will never see a duplicate. So I hope that clarifies it. So here's another example. So we hold the 2 jacks, they duplicate it onto the top and bottom. These 3 cards here will be replaced, and then 9 cards from a single 52 card deck, because there's 9 squares to fill, will be added. So, and notice it's there's no duplicate on the replacements. 9 of spades, 8 of spades, 3 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, ace of hearts, jack of clubs. Which you see, jack of clubs. We held the jack of spades, jack of diamonds, and then 3 of diamonds, queen of spades, 6 of diamonds. Yeah, you could find deuces wild and joker poker on these as well. That's an option you'll find for sure. I mean, you could I could, if I load up a new session here and I select spin poker, soft screen here. Let me move it. Spin poker. Yeah, you got joker poker. You've got deuces wild bonus. So you've got those options. And the payback percentage is identical. There's no change to standard video poker. There's no adjustments. That means the strategy is the same. Well, actually, the strategy is the same. Therefore, there's no adjustments to the payback percentage, assuming, of course, the same pay table. Yep, deuces wild double bonus. And we'll play a few more hands. Yes, Tracy, this is 9-6 jacks or better. I said it as such. And you will be able to find 9-6 jacks or better in spin poker in some places. For some reason, if you're looking for full pay video poker on the strip, you'll usually find it as spin poker, and you'll usually find it in like dollar denominations. So that's 40. If you want to bet max, that's $45 a pop, because you're betting 9 lines and then 5 credits a line. Obviously, I'm simulating a quarter machine here, which is also quite expensive. That's what, $11.25 a pop. We got 2 pair. 2 pair pays 10, so we hold them. Dog's barking. Pair of 4s. Oh, you had some 3 of a kinds. And a full house. 2 full houses, actually. Wow. And 2 pair. Great draw. And we missed. Yeah, Deuces and Jokers Wild. That's a game that exists. It's not common, but some places might have it. You know, some casinos might offer it on their Game King tables, a list of games rather. But yeah, so it basically is Deuces Wild, but also includes one Joker, and then getting all 5 wild cards, 4 deuces plus the Joker, pays 10,000, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, that's correct. Unfortunately, I don't think it's on here. Yeah, it's not on here. Even on standard single hand, I never get that as an option. So I don't think yeah, you're not gonna find it. And there's not that many pay tables for it, from what I understand, or at least not any good ones compared to the one top one that has a 99% payback percentage. Pair of threes. Nothing there. Pair of eights. All right, we'll do one more. All right, pair of tens. 3 tens. Oh, we got enough for one more. We'll stop it up. We got enough for 2 more. Stop at 100. All right, straight draw. And nothing. One more. Pair of jacks and a flush draw. We'll just hold the pair of jacks. All right, one more. Clubs. All right. Tracy wants to see Wheel of Fortune poker again. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun one. Let me go ahead and load it up. All right. I'll have to go back to the main screen here. Let me put my volume down for myself. All right. Let's do bonus poker, and let's do...
Solid. Real solid. I like it.
Nice. All right, let's do triple play and bonus poker. All right, let me bring it up so you guys can see it. All right, I may need to shrink this here. All right, it looks like, yeah, you guys can see everything now. All right, so we need a winning hand on the deal. What we got? We got just a queen. Move that out of the way. A couple of gut shots. This is bonus poker, so we don't go for it. Pair of sixes. Oh, I forgot. I should probably show you the puzzle. So what are you doing is the category. You could play along and see if you can guess it before the machine does. No, Tracy, you just need any win on the deal. Queen. Seem to always be unlucky in this game. Oh, pair of fours. Fours. Jack. Ace, king of clubs. Pair of fours. Boy, oh boy. Pair of fives. King.
D.
1D. I got a pair of kings here.
P.
Wow. Oh, I know what it is. That's a clue right there. That letter, 4 P's. It is a credit wheel. Let me go ahead and play the 2 pair here, and then if I click on wheel feature available, it'll bring it up. And then it goes away. Can you solve this puzzle? Because I know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it. God, maybe I should go on Wheel of Fortune. But I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, I would not probably be guessing a P right off the bat. That's the thing. Go ahead and continue. Straight flush, or is a straight draw? Ace king.
O.
Yep, 1-0. Pair of jacks. Pair of nines. King.
K.
No. There's no K there. Now, I would assume that it's going to cycle through every letter, assuming it doesn't at that moment randomly solve the puzzle. So, and there's 26 letters in the alphabet. I don't think the game calls the same letter twice in the same puzzle. So, you're guaranteed to get the wheel spin within 26 winning deals. At least that's what. So I guess the longer the puzzle's there, the better shot you have of getting the bonus. If somebody were to leave the game with a puzzle unsolved, so there might be some advantage play to that. But 26 letters. I don't know. I don't know how often it would go that far before the game decides, okay, we're going to solve the puzzle and give you the bonus. I don't know if it's that deterministic or if it's pretty random that there's no advantage to gain there. Pair of sevens. I wish we could solve it at any time because I know what the puzzle is. It's not like I can click on it. Queen. Ace and queen. King jack. draw? None.
U.
Yeah, there's a U. That's a clue for you guys if you're playing along.
E.
Nope, there's no E. And that's a surprising thing too. You know, E's a common vowel. And we have two jacks. Nothing there. Yeah, you got part of it. What's the first word, though? One straight.
I.
Yep. One eye.
X.
No. Pair of queens. Ace and king. Pair of eights.
F.
Nope. Jacks. No, Tracy. Here, let me pull it up. That's mean. You don't drop a poor puppy. King, queen. I might hold the 10-9, but we'll do king, queen. No, it's not. Queen of spades.
Y.
Yep. Well, it filled that word. We all knew what that one was. Pair of kings.
M.
Oh, no M. Pair of sevens. Joe says, I thought I would like Wheel of Fortune video, but it was really not that good of a game. Well, based on how I'm playing right now, I would agree on that alone, but maybe it's just bad luck. But I mean, so many times I play single hand, I get many times a winning hand on the deal, so I should just be getting letters and letters and letters and getting closer to getting that bonus, you know. I just have a lot of bad luck playing it on videopoker.com.
V.
Oh. Right, we got two pair.
D.
Well, we got a royal draw, but we have a pair of kings. Most situations, you still hold the pair, the high pair. I wonder if the game's gonna solve it before we get to the top of the hour. We have 5 more minutes.
S.
No S. Yep, of course there's an N there.
J.
No. Oh. Yeah, I want to stay connected, Poker Stars. Thank you. Yeah, they got 30 minutes of time if you're. It logs you out immediately. On the .com version. The .net version doesn't have that restriction.
L.
No, there's no L. There you go, Tracy. Yep, Tracy got it. Yep. Adopting a puppy. Now it's just a matter of
R.
It's just a matter of now the computer cycling through all the letters, or finally deciding to, hey, let's give him a bonus.
Q.
It's gonna go through every letter of the alphabet. Nothing. Deuces. Watch it call every letter.
G.
Well, that's one of them. We got 3 4s. Can we get the 4th 4? What is it? 4 diamonds we're missing. No.
W.
Nope. We're missing an A and a T. Or 2 A's and a T. So you have to call those letters or just solve the puzzle and give us the bonus. Dang it. Don't be surprised if it does that in the casino as well, yeah. Pairs are usually better than the straight draw in most video poker games. Oh, we got full house.
H.
It's random, from what I understand. It's random, the instant solve. Well, you have to get a winning hand on the deal first, and then it's random. Is there? Well, yeah, I don't think there is an instant solve. From what I understand, there's no instant solve.
D.
Wow. What RNG is this? It's already about to hit the top of the hour. But I've got...
V.
Someone needs to go back and rewatch the stream to see how many letters it's called by the time it gets this. Full house. I'm going to play as fast as possible. Let me increase the speed here.
T.
There's a T.
You've almost solved the puzzle.
I've solved it long ago before you even mentioned that. I can't even. Tad, I know you're no longer hosting, but I'd like to solve the puzzle, please.
H.
Did they call H earlier? I think we do get duplicates. I'm not sure though. We're gonna have to find out. Pair of kings.
M.
Maybe I'm just seeing things. We got 3 aces though. Couple of full houses.
L.
I think we're seeing duplicates, so there is no advantage play in this because I think we're yeah. I mean it's like the real show. Even if you call a letter that's already been said, you still lose your turn. So. It doesn't even specify in the rules. I checked it before. Nothing indicating that. So, but I'm starting to see duplicate letters. Letters that were already called. At least I think I do. Okay, let's see. Well, I've got some time to continue playing. It's already past the top of the hour. We'll play for another 4 more minutes. Hopefully, by that point, we'll get a solve here. Ace Jack. Hearts.
V.
Come on.
C.
Gee.
R.
We need an A or a solve. Reduces. Oh, man.
X.
Yep. We've seen X called before. I now know. Yeah, now we know that it's able to call duplicates. So there is no advantage play to be gained from this machine. Man, this is like the worst streak ever. Luckily, I'm playing just 3 hands. It's possible I could win it all back in a wheel spin if I can get it. This game is being funny now, yeah. I agree. I wonder how the RNG fixes it. I mean, is each letter given a 1 in 26 chance, equal chance of being called? I mean, that's a good question. There's some questions to ask about that. I'm gonna go for the straight draw.
W.
Yeah, seen that before. Yeah, but it's only funny money. I don't know if it persists if I were to leave and come back. So I don't know how that would work.
Q.
Yeah. But we're gonna have to wrap up shortly, regardless. Maybe I'll keep the game minimized and I'll play it off camera, and we'll see and we'll see what happens there. Oh, I believe when a new puzzle is gone. If you watch my video on this game, I've switched the game and it kept the same puzzle, but that was at the very beginning, right when there was no letters called. I'm assuming it's the same, but if I were to do it in the middle, I think the puzzle is for the entire cabinet, and not per game. So, ace. All right, let's get one more winning deal, and then we're gonna end it. We gotta get going. Pair of sixes. No. Flush draw. Royal draw. It's 3 to a royal there. And that. Man. Okay. I give up for the stream. All right, I gotta get ready because we got a poker game that I'm hosting in about 9 minutes time now. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'm gonna off camera try to finish this off. I'll keep it minimized for the time being. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. There we go. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. We learned something new about Wheel of Fortune Poker. So if you watched till the end, glad you've made it this far. If you enjoyed the stream, you haven't done so yet, do me a favor, hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, share the stream with others, and hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next or once I release a new video. So for those in the PokerStars Home Games Club, we have a No Limit Hold'em progressive knockout tournament just about to start shortly. So go ahead and start playing there. For everybody else watching, have a great rest of your evening. Have a wonderful week. Oh, you may be too busy to play in the tourney. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep the game loaded on my web browser, but I'm going to have it minimized. I'm going to not touch it till after the poker tournament. Just got to make sure I don't accidentally close it. But yeah, so I'll see you in the game there, Joe, and for everyone else, have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone, and go make it happen.